on behalf of BT Management LLC. I have to say, you're very efficient. I noticed the time. I'm right on time on the agenda. That does never happen.
We'll take credit for that. It doesn't always do that. But when it does,
when Jamie's here, it's not that efficient.
Yeah.
Very good. As the chair mentioned, my client has an agreement of sale with the county relative to the purchase of a 4.25 acre tract at the corner of Old Cumberland Street and East Walnut Street and Metro Drive. My client needs more time to seek the necessary land use approvals in order to get this transaction to closing. My client has provided a proposed First Amendment to the agreement of sale. I provided a copy earlier to make sure that it was in front of the commissioners today, and I'm here today to respectfully request that the commissioners approve and authorize the execution of that First Amendment to the agreement of sale to provide my client with the additional time they need in order to seek and obtain the necessary land use approvals.
Move that we accept the request to extend.
I had requested that, since we already went through a series of 4 extension payments, 5, 5, 10, and 10, that the time for the 5,000 dollar payments has gone by, and they should all be 10,000, and none of them should be applied to the purchase price. That was a request I had made. I know you just heard of it this morning, but you were looking into it.
I did look into it, and my client's position is that they want to move forward as the agreements are proposed. They did point out to me that they are, as part of the agreement of sale, they are reimbursing the county up to $8,000 for costs associated with the delineation and or subdivision of the wetlands on the county's property, which
yes.
We're not disturbing those wetlands, as
Right.
I mentioned to you earlier.
And they have been very good about honoring that. I saw the land development plan at our executive board meeting. So without that condition, I wouldn't even consider this sale. But at this point, I feel that it's on the dime of the taxpayer to tie this property up. Land is an asset that increases in value.
Well, that's not always true, and I don't know that to be the case here, frankly, because
it's a good property.
I'm not saying it's not a good property, but as we've learned, especially back in 2008, real estate does not always go up.
Thank you for that warning, but at the same token, overall, I feel my comments have validity, and so therefore, with all due respect to you, knowing that you were just thrown into this morning, I'm not inclined to support the presentation as presented.
And I respect that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, was there a second that preceded
No.
that dialogue?
No.
Okay.
So you're not willing to second the motion?
No, I'm not.
All right. I'll second the motion. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the proposed addition to the, or amendment, I suppose, to the agreement, as was discussed, I think, at our last meeting.
Mm-hmm.
All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed?
Aye.
Motion passes 2-1. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
All right, that brings us to our tourism presentation.